Over 40 and in a transition, should you be including as part of that planning the cost of caring for aging parents? You'd be surprised how often that comes up in a transition. Let's take a look at 3 areas to care for aging parents. 1, the likelihood of that happening to you. Number 2, how long might that last? Number 3, what are the costs? Welcome to Great Transition Strategies Monday Morning Standard. 5 minutes to get your week off to a great start and potentially give yourself something to help make you a more effective leader so you can love what you do. We go through this transition once we reach 40, and as I work with individuals, I'll ask them, who's taking care of your parents as they age? Many of them will say, oh, we have that planned for. A surprising amount say, oh, well, we haven't really thought about that yet, or they're living next to my sister. The question is, should that be part of your planning? You do not want to be reactive for this particular point right here in your transition. You want to be very proactive. Let's look at the 3 areas. What's the likelihood of you having parents to care for in a long-term care situation? Anyone that's over 65 has a 70% chance of being in a long-term care situation. Add 2 parents, add the parents of your spouses, 1 to 4, you go from 70 all the way to 95% of at least one of them being in a long-term care situation. What's that mean? If you have 4 parents, you're going to be in a long-term care situation. Run these numbers in your head right now for your situation. Number 2, how long does a long-term care situation last? Think anywhere from 1 to 5 years. 47% of us will have a parent that will be in a long-term care situation for 1 to 2 years. At another 20% of us will get 2 to 4 years, another 22% from 5 years plus. That means 70% of us are going to end up with parents in a long-term care situation from 1 to 4 years. What's that mean for your numbers? Next, what does it cost? And in this question, when we start talking about this, think about, what do your parents want? And you're going to get the answer from any parent you ask. They want to stay in the place where they're living as long as they can. So what does that mean if you're going to care long-term care? Start part-time. You do a part-time cost, which will probably grow into long-term cost, into full-time cost. Starts with about $5,000 a month. That's $20 an hour, all the way to $15K a month. $60K to $180K is what that means. Now you're starting to think, wow, that's some money there, isn't it? Next, what are my other options? There are a lot of facilities out there. There's lots of options. I'm just going to give you something generic. There's continuing care facilities. You can go in and live just an independent living facility that has the ability to upgrade to assisted living, all the way to memory care. What's that look like? Average cost, $75K a year for independent living. All the way through to memory care, $150K. For a planning figure, let's just choose $100K in there. That means your parents need a little bit of assisted living. Right now, you're starting to get some numbers. What does this mean for your situation? 1, what's the probability you're going to be in that situation? 2, for how long? I use a planning figure of 4 to 5 years. Let's call it 5 years. And I use a $100K planning figure. That gets me in a ballpark to think about. Think about your situation. What's the situation for your parents? Does that need to be part of your equation as you're planning this transition right now? Thanks for listening. Hope you found that helpful. If you did, share it, follow me. See you next Monday morning, 8:30. Have a great week.